Oh boy, Civ 7 just came out. I'm so excited to... How is it this bad? These reviews. No, it's Civ. Civ is fun. They didn't ruin my baby again, did they?
There are moments where it feels really, like a hard stop. It's like, whoa, this is a little crazy.
Oh my god, the user interface? It's an absolute disaster.
Do not pay full price for this game. Wait until they either make significant fixes or until it goes on sale.
Guess I gotta go back to Civ 5, baby. I love Civ, Charlie. I love Civ. Civ 5 is one of my favorite games of all time. It came out when I was 7, and I've been playing it since, and it's still fun. You've never played Civ before? Well, sit down and let me learn you. Civ is about building a civilization that will stand the test of time. You pick from a number of civilizations from history, but for today, I'm picking the only one that matters.
Now, let me be clear.
Every civilization has a unique ability, unique units, and a unique building. These directly influence the way you play the game. Where some civs relish in science and culture, others do in war and gold. For example, America has its units with extra sight, and we can buy tiles at reduced prices. We also have the unique units the Minutemen and the B-17s. These together encourage late game conquest, which I did plenty. You start the game in the Stone Age with a settler and a warrior and begin to grow your city. There are 6 yields in the game: food, production, science, culture, and gold. There's faith as well, but that doesn't matter as much. All these are important for your civilization's success. Food helps your cities grow in population. Production helps your cities build things like units and buildings. Science affects your research speed. Culture determines how fast you gain policies, and gold is good for buying things. As you grow your mighty nation, you'll begin to meet other blossoming countries, and you'll form relationships with them. Some friend, some foe. By this stage of the game, you should be determining how you want to win. There are 4 ways to win: conquest, science, culture, and diplomacy. As Americans, I thought the only right way to win was through culture, because we're not known for anything else. Right, guys? You'll experience different eras along your way to victory. From the classical to the Renaissance, from medieval to modern, you'll see every point in time represented through wonders and units. Each era has civs who flourish because of those unique benefits I was talking about earlier. Each of these technological eras doesn't feel unique, but each stage of the game does. And in my opinion, there are 3 stages of civilization: the rise, the tension, and the explosion. The rise is the beginning of your civilization. You're building up cities, you're maximizing profits, and you're exploring the map. Then the tension. You start to see where everyone is going, whether it's wars for smaller nations or people advancing in ages faster than you are. Finally, the explosion. All-out wars with the strongest players, fighting to keep themselves alive until they can win, or take what everyone else has until there's one man standing. Or multiple, but you're so clattered up they gotta respect you. I'll tell you guys the story of the run I played most recently. America, land of the free, home of the brave, was founded in 4000 BC. We adopted liberty early because Americans love liberals. The beginnings of America were peaceful. No bloody revolutions, just peace and pottery. We built great wonders and eventually grew to have more cities. Meeting our neighbors, everyone wants to be friends. And so do we. No reason to start wars with those around us. As we progress through the ages, we continue to grow. And watching our neighbors do the same, we make friends with Germany and Korea. During this time, a bird watcher falls from a tree, and his fall is stopped by birds who carry him to safety. From this point on, there was bird worship in America. And we wanted to spread this worship as much as possible, but our neighbors, Indonesia, wanted to spread whatever false religion they were peddling. This sparks tension. And eventually they denounced us. So we went to war. Rule 1, you never talk shit to me. In a rather short war, we take one of their cities and peace spreads through the land. During this peace, art and literature have taken the lands by storm, and our culture and tourism boom. People are coming from nations all around the world to see the holy city of Washington and the culture hub that is New York. But after the display of power that we had shown against the Indonesians, players across the continent wanted us to intervene in their wars. But Washington needed peace. That was until we got a little offer. Germany had come to us to support them in a war against Korea, and I was strongly considering intervening. I checked the demographics, and Korea was the smartest civilization in the world, and I couldn't have that. The United States needs to be on top, so I took their offer and joined the war. Using our massive army that we had been preparing for no reason, we took the fight to an enemy who wasn't prepared to fight a 2-front war. We took 4 cities in 20 turns and completely crippled our former ally. while they completely cripple our continuous ally. At this point, we enter another era of peace and prosperity. Another rush of tourism from all those great artists we've been generating all these years. As our tourism rose, we became so influential culturally, we had already taken over other countries' entire cultures. Heads of numerous countries had come to us with the worry that we'd become too influential. At this point, it was clear we were on the route to victory. But then, the Russians went to space? How did this happen? Oh wow, they're way better than us. We gotta stop them. I went around the world to see if anyone would help us destroy the Russians, and no one wanted to help us. Most people were intimidated by us, so they refused to help. So what do? We do about the most American thing I've ever seen and go toe-to-toe with the Russians. This war had me feeling like Rocky IV. We went toe-to-toe with a technologically superior country. And how you think that ended? After the American-Russian War, we secure our dominance over the map. No one had as many cities as us, or could keep up with our culture or science. If you buy this game, don't do it on Steam. It will forever be full price because it's the best in the franchise. Instead, go to G2A and get it for $8 with all the DLC. So that's Civ, a game of blood and war, but also of peace and art. I love this game. It's a staple of my life and one I will not stop playing. I'll be playing this shit in the retirement home.